Okay, good morning. Happy Friday, TGIF. Here comes Doug.
Good morning.
Doug says good morning. We are late and I apologize. We had a froze up cell phone. Our camera froze, so we had to reboot and all of that kind of stuff. So we are a few minutes late and I apologize for that. That was the problem, but we want to be here and we got to have that. And we've got Darla here, so that's a treat. So welcome, Darla. She's been here a few times before. Yep. And Darla is known for amazing layouts and projects that involve a lot of layering and embellishing, and her backgrounds are amazing with stenciling, and she's done gesso on them and all kinds of things. And today it looks like we're going to feature her cute little daughter on a lot of layouts. And Darla also has an album that she's made that she's going to show us. And then yesterday, before we get started with Darla, while everyone's joining us, I just want to mention yesterday, thank you, Penny. Look what she did for us yesterday with her Copic markers. And that was the Cupid Sweetheart Cafe from Photoplay, that stamp set with the box of chocolates. And we'll have I'm not sure if that's on our blog yet, but it will all be posted on our blog also with Penny's color choices that she used. So check that out. It's a great thing for Valentine's Day. And Darla was just reminding Doug that he needs to buy me a box of chocolates, right?
That's right.
So I won't hold out too much for that. I'll get my own if I need to.
Exactly. So. That way we get exactly what we want.
That's right. That's right. Let's see. Elena's here. And Laura and Jane, and Janet says we're in for a treat, and that is so true. And hi, Denise. We're all glad you're here. Darla's going to show us some really cool things, and then we are going to show you some new product that came in. And then just a reminder that all of our sale stuff that we're moving out to make room to move in new stuff is all an extra 30% off. So it's already half off and then an extra 30% off. So it is a good day at Memory Bound. Very good day. Very good day. And they like Penny's cards, and so do I.
Oh, yeah.
So
where do you want to start? Layouts?
Yeah, let's start with layouts.
Okay.
There's so much to start with. Let's just start with Homecoming.
We can start with Homecoming. So she is a senior this year. She's actually done with school. She was done last week, so I'm rushing to get all her last minute school layouts done. And so this was Homecoming from her junior year. And so I kind of wanted, you guys have asked in the past and other people have asked, where do you get your ideas? Pinterest, wherever. And I print off.
Darla brought a whole notebook of ideas this one time.
And so I just have a 3-ring binder. I print them off, and then, I just kind of look through them, and I'm like, ooh, I like this idea of just the single picture. It gives me a chance to use some of my pretty embellishments as well.
And what you're looking at is a lot of 49 and Market.
Mm-hmm. And let's see, I can't even remember. This is actually the Viking,
yes.
But then the rest of the embellishments were from...
Is it Alina?
There might be a few things from that, but there was another one that was just before Alina, and it was more these peachy, lighter green colors.
Avesta. I wonder if it was Avesta.
That could be.
They say your nails match the paper.
They do.
Oh my gosh. So it's a lot. So you combine different 49 and Market collections just to show how you can do that.
Mm-hmm. So, and so this is even like a rub-on from one of their earlier collections. It was the travel one.
Okay.
That I found that word somewhere. You can't really tell. There's another rub-on down under here.
So she's got rub-ons kind of, in a way, they're kind of grounding it a little bit, along with your, you have to tell us about this gold pieces.
Yep, so this is, who was the Seth Apter?
Oh, Seth Apter?
That he had those paints, and so I bought a gold one, which it wouldn't have to be his, just any
metallic gold
thicker
paint.
Metallic gold paint, and I pushed it through a stencil. I pulled a couple that you didn't have the exact one. This is a Tim Holtz one. But I just used just a tiny section of a stencil and used my palette knife to put it through
and did it with paint.
Different sections.
See, that's a little different because a lot of us are putting texture paste and some of the grit paste and things, but you can do the same thing with, and ink, of course. And you can do the
definitely
same thing
ink.
with paint.
Yeah. And of course I used, I popped things up for some dimension.
So, Darla, Catherine would like to know how you organize your embellishments so that you can pull them all together like this, because you're pulling them from all different collections.
Well, that's kind of in transition right now. That I did make one of the, I meant to bring that today, but I did bring one of the embellishment books that Diana's made.
Yeah.
And was it Cindy that first brought hers in?
Yes, Cindy was the first one.
And so I did make one of those, and I think I'm probably going to make more for the 49 and Market, but honestly I just keep it all in its original packaging, the plastic sleeves,
right,
and I just kind of pull it out, pick a bunch of that I think I might use, and then I put it, whatever I don't end up using, I put it back. So it's not a great system. But
that doesn't sound like a great system, but everyone has their own ways of doing things, and that's just great.
Yeah.
Very, very nice. I love it.
All right, so that's
and thanks for bringing your inspiration also. That's fun to see how you came up with what you did.
I mean, I rarely have an original idea. So this is one of her senior pictures, and this is the 49 and Market Plum Grove. Is that what it's called?
Yep.
And so I had this sketch that I found online. And so, as you can tell, it's flipped. So this side is on this side, and then this little cluster is on the opposite side, because I wanted her looking into, not off the page. Yeah. So I just flipped it around this way. And when I started doing this layout, I actually thought I had the plum film strips, but I couldn't find them. And I found them after I was done, but
that's how it works.
But I think the purple, I can't remember what this color is. Eggplant worked okay.
So we've talked a lot about the film strips, and here they are, and the new collections have them also. They come in lots of colors. Oh, here we can kind of show the different colors on your. They're glaring a little bit. So they are $3.99, and you get a lot in the packages. There's 11 sheets. They're made out of acetate, but you cut them apart. You can see Darla over here on this side, she's cut them down a little bit, and over here she kind of used a full one, it looks like.
These two are full. These actually come like this in, you get these smaller ones. Yep. But I think down here I have this smaller one, and I did cut that off because it was going to be hidden back behind some of this other stuff. So I cut it off to use in a different area. This was a rub-on, but the rest of it is actually just part of the paper.
And it's funny because Diane was talking about their papers when we showed all the 4 new collections, and how much she liked the B-sides.
Totally.
And that's possibly a B-side.
Yeah.
So they're more solid-y. That was my new word.
Solid-y. I like that.
I like it too.
I am actually more of a B-side person than the A side of the paper, because this must have been one of the basic ones.
The foundation. Yeah, that was a foundation paper. So it's got 2 B sides.
Yes,
it's a bonus.
Yeah,
yeah. And everybody loves it. It's so pretty. And then a lot of these flowers look like the laser cuts that you pop out of the paper.
Yep. Yeah, these were the laser cuts, and then I do have some Nuvo drops. I did do some splattering of, I have a really old, it's a Heidi Swap color shine, it's a spray.
Oh, okay.
That I'm still using, but it's almost gone, so I need you to find me a new one.
Gonna have to get a replacement
a new brand that has like a gold metallic like this for me, so.
We'll have to find that.
Yes.
Very nice. I think we're 2 for 2. I think everyone's going to agree how much they love these. And Janet posted a link, everyone, to Darla's previous visit. So if you want to go back and see what she brought last time because you love this stuff so much. That looks like Serenity.
It is. And this is almost an exact replica. That this was from the 49 and Market design team.
Oh, yeah.
I liked it, and I knew when she got this blue dress for homecoming this year that this is the collection I wanted to use. And so I found this and pretty much follow. I mean,
love her dress,
it's very
too.
similar with the dark and the light, not the exact same papers. I did add these, and these are from my stash. These are those really old.
Yeah, we had those a long time ago. I think Prima
pearl
had
swirly.
some.
Yeah, yep, that's exactly who it was. So I'm trying to use up old with new. You know, always trying to use up
Right.
my stash. So
And this is all the lasers.
Yep.
The laser ephemera.
Yes.
So that's, Darla, that's a lovely, lovely
and
layout.
this was from the 12 by 12.
Oh, the word U was from
yep.
the 12 by 12 from Serenity then?
Yes.
Okay.
So the U was, and then I think our strong was from somewhere else, and I put that over the top.
They love it. They said gorgeous. Dawn said gorgeous.
Thank you. And
What are we
let's
doing
see.
next?
Let's do this one. This is the Vicky Booten
Print shop?
Print shop,
Print
yes. That I loved this color.
Yeah.
And it actually goes. So here's that other half of
Oh,
the
there's her
film
other
strip
half.
from that other layout. Oh no, it's, and then I have a little bit of it down here.
So when you have places like that, you don't have to have it go all the way under your photos where it's not going to show, just cut it off.
Yep, yeah. And so here's my sketch that I used for this layout.
I really like your splatters. It just makes it less of just a solid background.
Yeah. I watch a lot of people on YouTube that go splatter crazy. And
And I love the black and white photos on there too.
I thought, I mean, it does have lots of color, but it does have some pops of just black and white. And so I just thought that would be a good way to make the pictures pop themselves.
So Darla, did you did you like go and purchase this paper just for these photos, or do you pick out your photos, or do you go to your stash and just see what you have, and is that how you do it?
I do both. Sometimes when I buy a collection or pieces, I have an idea of what photos I want to use because I
Okay.
already have them and printed. And then other times, if I absolutely love a collection, I'm just going to buy it because I know I'm going to want
you know
to
you're gonna
use
want
it.
it sometime.
And that was kind of the case with this print shop. I loved this color, this particular paper. And so I just bought mostly the papers that had pieces of that color in it so I could kind of use them all together and went from there. So sometimes I buy an entire collection. Sometimes I just buy bits and pieces if I only have like a couple of pictures. Or I'll buy a couple of 12 by 12 and then I'll get the 6 by 8 pack so I can do like the mats and maybe tags and maybe get the one of the embellishments to go with it just to not overwhelm my
Right.
I used to buy everything
Your
of everything.
budget.
Yes, and the budget
Yeah, we understand that.
takes a hit and that way I have a little bit of everything.
That's true. Well, that's really nice.
Yeah.
I think people are loving it. The hearts are going crazy. And there's a question about if you could name a few of your favorite YouTube people that you watch. Or do you know the name? Are you like me and you just have a few bookmarked that you just...
Let's see if I can think of any. I like Nikki Rowland.
Okay, Nikki Rowland.
She designs for several different things, but she is with Simple Stories.
Okay.
She's on their design team.
We love simple stories, that's for sure.
I like to listen to her because she is from the UK, so she has
Oh,
fabulous
so she's got an accent.
accent, yes. I'll have to think about that, and maybe I'll post a comment
Yeah, Darla can post a comment
of
and let us know.
the other one that I like is Missy Whidden, that she is really good with the mixed media, and that's kind of where I picked up a lot of my tips.
Okay.
She is on the Paige Evans design team, and she was on a lot of other design teams, but her kids are getting older, and so she stepped back from a lot of them. But I do
Well, those
like
are a
to watch
couple
her
good ones
videos
that we
as
can,
well.
people can go out and check out.
Yep. So speaking of mixed media,
This is amazing.
this is just it was a double-sided, probably simple stories maybe, or
It's kind of a solid paper
Yeah.
to start with.
yep. And I decided, I kind of took my inspiration from these papers are scraps from a lot of different school lines that I've used over the years. I didn't need to buy school stuff anymore. And so I'm
Right.
like, okay, well, I'm on the senior
have I
year. I
got?
got to just use it up. And so I just put a lot of strips, but I did add some new things, the film strips in there. I've got some cork pieces that I die cut, some enamel dots.
Just a little bit of everything, but
Yep.
I love it.
And so this is one of the Tim Holtz grunge.
A stencil or stamp?
This is a stamp.
Stamp, okay.
Yep.
It's a grunge, yeah.
Yeah. And these, I think, might have been a Vicky Boutin from one of her earlier collections.
past?
She had a stamp set similar to that. This is Crafters Consortium, I think. Just like a small section of it. And so I tried to use different things just to get
Yeah,
my
and you've got different
grunge
colors.
around the edge.
Although this is more of a paste.
Yeah,
or
this
something.
one's a paste. It's a gray silvery. It's that Nouveau mousse.
Yeah.
Or,
The mousse.
yeah.
So the question was, did she stamp the background? And Darla did, but then she also used some paste through a stencil.
Yep. So like this is kind of raised up. This little section. This is
Kind
this
of the
section over
grayish
here.
colors are. And I like how you use the two colors together because they both then pop.
Yeah. Yep.
And Rhonda, thank you so much. She just posted that Marion Emberson is her favorite.
Yeah. Everybody put
And
yours
she
in because
says-
I always
yeah,
need
that-
new people.
That's a great idea. So if you have somebody you follow, put their names in the comments, and then we can all benefit from that.
Another one that I do follow because she does like a challenge of 30 days of sketches, and she does it in usually March, 3 times a year. The next one coming up is March, and she is Christie's Beautiful Life.
Oh, I like the name. That I can remember.
Yeah, and she's out of Canada, and so I designed a sketch for the one in March,
Oh.
and so go check her out. I will
Christie's
be posting,
Beautiful Life.
Yep, I will
Okay.
be posting on Instagram. I don't do the YouTube videos because I don't have time, but I do have more layouts before we get to the book, so that we didn't have time to put up on the easels.
Well, and Peggy made a comment. She's exactly right that your daughter's going to treasure these.
Well, I hope
She
she
is.
will. Of course, another senior picture. And this was a fall collection that you guys had in it, and somebody used it on a video, and I was like, oh, I loved these flowers. It was a
it
whole.
looks like Cartabella.
I think it will, yeah, because it's got the texture. And so I fussy cut those out of the 12 by 12 paper.
Oh, that's a good idea.
And use so that's what those are.
Then
this
you can
one
get
and this
different
one.
ephemera
Yeah.
because they don't have a lot of shaped ephemera. It's always the same shapes, kind of like squares and circles. So that's a great way to add.
Yep. And then here's my Tim Holtz stencil again with the gold.
That might be speckle. That might be the speckle, which is on order.
And let's see. And so I don't know if you can tell the dimension on these. These are
Yes.
just rolled tubes of paper.
Oh my gosh. It looks really nice. I love the colors too.
Thank you. And of
Now,
course,
what about the yellow? Like here, is that like
was
some ink or something?
Yep,
or
that's
spray?
just a metallic. It's like a watercolor paint that I have. That
Okay.
I put it on a piece of plastic packaging, and then I just
It's very technical. Then,
it
wasn't
is.
it, Darla?
Yes, yes.
I have seen people do that with
Yeah.
plastic packaging or bubble wrap or something like that.
Yep. Yeah. And I just saw somebody the other day, and I want to try this, that they used a kitchen sponge with the scratchy side of it.
Yeah.
And they just dip it in their ink, and then it gives them more control than the plastic.
Oh, that would
technique.
be something to try. That's
So-
what we need to do.
I'm going to try that. And this is a really old embellishment I had from my stash. It was the last one on there, and so
Hey,
got rid of the package.
Now it's used up.
Exactly.
I think a lot of us are impressed that you have the packages. You keep all your stuff in the packages.
I
and
do. For the most part, once I get down to where there's not very much left, I did just reorganize, and I have little, I think you might have the containers over there. They're 3 drawers high and about this big, and I cut apart like all of my chipboard stickers that
okay.
have like different things, and I sorted it by Roy G. Biv, black, white. I have a rainbow drawer and silver and gold. And so I just separated every single embellishment that was scattered all over the place. So now I can, if I'm working on a layout and I'm like, ooh, I need like a black star, so I'll go to my black
So
drawer.
you go to the black drawer and look
and
for
see
one?
if I have a black
That's a good
star in
idea.
there. So I did recently do that. I will try and take a picture and put that on my Instagram
That sounds
as well.
great. Denise said she remembers rolling magazine papers really tight and using twine to attach them, and they turned out to be placemats. So I kind of remember doing something
yeah.
like that in Girl
Yep.
Scouts.
And whoops, that was the last
So you'll see
layout
the
that I
3-hole
did.
punches because Darla has a whole thick 3-ring binder
Yep.
of ideas.
Yep. So here's a really old magazine. I think I've brought one of these before.
I think that looks like Scrapbook Trends.
Yes, it was. And for some reason, when I was pulling out all her school layouts, that apparently I liked this one a lot for her school pictures because I did it like 3 times throughout the years.
Okay, but you know what? You could use the same layout
You
for
could.
each year, and you just change up the paper.
Exactly. And this one's super easy for that because she's probably going to shoot me for showing this because she was cranky that day. So, of course, I had to use your attitude determines your direction because something about attitude.
We all have those days.
We do.
I know Janet. Sorry to interrupt.
That's okay.
Janet did an entire album of her dad's tractor collection, and all her layouts were the same, and it made it easier, and it looked very cohesive. So, and they want to know what your Instagram name is.
It is. Oh my goodness!
It's like asking someone for their phone number.
It is.
Do you want to put it in the comments?
I will.
All right, she's gonna
Or
put
while
it in.
you're showing new
Oh,
products.
Janet already found it and put it in there.
Excellent.
Darla, you are dweber.crafty.
I knew it was D something crafty, but I couldn't remember if it was DW or if it was D Weber. So yes.
All right, so thank you, Janet. She's
Yeah.
amazing.
Excellent. So speaking of that 30 days of sketches, this one is one that I created for that, and so
The one that's coming up?
well, this is
Or
a
that's-
past one.
Oh, past one. Okay.
But this is an example of some of the sketches that she had out there, and so this is the one that I didn't get around to making it at the time.
But then here is the layout.
But then I came across these pictures, and I knew I had 2 pictures, the first day of school, and then I had a single picture that I got offline of her in class one day. And of course I used the push pin to show her that she's hiding. Yeah.
Oh, is that her way back there?
But she's hiding behind somebody. So
I think a lot of kids would do that.
But again, more layering.
Lots of layering. I think everybody loves how you do your layering.
And I think this was a stencil recently from the travel line from Simple Stories last year.
And speaking of sketches, that's something that we've got coming down the pipe that we're thinking about doing this year, is having kind of a sketch challenge for cards and layouts, because you can do them for cards and layouts. And oh my gosh, this is a wowzer.
Yeah, so this was prom last year, and I had this really old fuzzy
I remember
paper.
that.
It's a transparency, and I'm like, I really didn't have very many red papers, and I didn't know what I was going to do with this layout.
Oh my gosh, Darla, that just pops.
And it kind of came together from, I had this scrap of this black, the circle was already cut, and I'm like, okay, I'm going to use that, and I just kept pulling all the red and black stuff.
Flowers and...
Yeah, so lots of old Prima flowers from the past.
I think we'd all like to come to your craft room and just see what... And Darla's been crafting for a long time.
I have been, and
that's very striking.
Since '99, I think, is when I started.
Well, that's pre-memory bound time.
Yeah. So this is a special shout out to Hope, not my Hope, but this is the layout that she gifted me at.
Oh, from the crop. Okay.
And I wanted to share it. I wanted to share it so she knew how it was used.
Oh my gosh.
And so I just added a picture on here. I think I added this. And then I had an extra picture, so I made a pocket. I pulled this up and just kind of made a place so I could tuck that under. And then I think I added these stamps and maybe a few of these epoxy things.
So I haven't seen Hope watching. I hope Hope is watching. And I hope she likes that you showed her layout. That was really nice, Darla. Let's see. Sheila has a question. She wants to know, how do you remember everything you have when you're mixing? You're pulling a little bit of this, a little bit of that.
Well, my sister used to have a scrapbook store online, and so I did a lot of work for her, and somehow I just remember...
She remembers her stuff.
Old lines, new lines. Certain companies have certain looks, and you can kind of tell who designed what, and it's just one of those things that I remember. She has a good memory
when it comes to craft stuff.
Exactly.
So well, that's really nice. And you know what? Tomorrow, Marilyn is going to visit us if the weather is good. So I hope it is good, so she can come see us.
And then I've kind of started getting into pocket pages, because I had a lot of pictures that I wasn't really using. And so I just kind of wanted to show some examples that if you haven't, thought about using pocket pages, I'm just going to stick these in between my regular full layouts.
So the pocket pages, there's several different configurations, and they have them where they just hold all your 4x6s, and Darla could have done that here, but she went a little bit extra, and she's like kind of scrapbooked different little pieces of it, decorated little pieces, and look at the flaps that you can put in a pocket page, and then there's room for another photo. Darla, that's probably the best pocket page example I've seen. Did you do the back too? Oh, here we go.
Because it's the companion page to this one. So these are the rest of the pictures from that weekend. And so I continued by using the 49 and Market.
Looks like Spectrum. Yep.
And added in, I've got a few miscellaneous things that me and my coffee, so I pulled out some of my coffee stuff, but I would say 99% of it is the Spectrum.
Oh, that looks good. I really like this picture right here.
She didn't want to get up, and so my husband started to close her up in the bed. Yeah.
Okay, we need to check your microphone.
Me?
Maybe just turn it off and back on and see what happens. And Corrine is happy to see a page with lots of photos, because she usually scrapbooks a lot, and I know what you mean, because I do that too.
Yeah.
All right, let us know if we've got Darla's sound back on, and I guess you'll have to say something so they know if it's back on.
Hello, testing, checking. So I think I might have shared this one before. I can't remember.
Oh, I don't think I remember that one. I love all of these. They all coordinate. They must all go together.
They do. And so my niece is a cheerleader at Iowa State. And so this was her freshman year. She's a flyer, so she's the one that's on top.
The
does
scary one.
All the flippy flips. But we went to a lot of football games that first year. And so I had a lot of pictures that I wanted to include, so I made pocket pages to go in between the two focus ones that I
love
made for the album. So they'll just stick in there like so. And
yeah, I like it. And you even left something
I
plain,
did that.
It makes everything else pop out. So
I'll either go back and journal, or I might just leave it like that.
And here's the film strips again, everybody.
Yep, I did use
really nice technique.
Yes, I bought the film strips specifically for Iowa State.
And are those tickets from 49 and Market, or are they just tickets? Okay, so there's the tickets.
Yep, a couple more down there. And this page is actually supposed to go like this, so I wanted this to mimic this side of the page. And this was like a pocket card from Vicki Boutin.
I love anything with cameras on it.
And then I just kind of, sprinkled in a little bit of journaling about what's going on. I put a star around her so we could tell which one was her.
So you can just slip in photos here, like 4x6, or you can do what Darla did, and you can kind of scrapbook your pockets. And Wendy Jean says she loves pocket pages.
Yeah, this is fairly new for me. So, it had been in the back of my mind to try it, and I just kind of took the plunge and went from there.
Darla, can you pull out the pocket page that had the flaps on it? They're asking about. And Janet, you're right. Each of the pockets is like a little canvas.
Yep. So I just treat